So here's some food for thought. A lot of people complain about Call of Duty getting bland, boring, and overall shitty recently with the past titles, I guess, the past couple titles. But it's getting a little bit better in Black Ops. But they always blame the developers, and I don't know if that's what they should be doing right now. If you look at it from a developer's perspective, especially one like Infinity Ward and Treyarch, a lot of the community complains about like noob tubes and perks and everything to the point where it's just they get rid of them completely, or they make them useless, and it gets rid of the fun. It gets rid of the uniqueness of each of those single abilities. Like, we're down to like mounting things faster is now a perk, or like hearing someone far away, awareness I think it's called, which, you know, isn't too bad. I can see that as a proper perk, but as just a general the idea of perks in Call of Duty have always been things that are just completely out there, right? Like sleight of hand, reload faster, stopping power, do more damage, juggernaut, have more health. And a lot of people complain about these to the point where they just get rid of them. And I don't think that's what they should be doing. I think they should be buffing everything instead of nerfing everything. Now, I've had a lot of conversations about this with tons of people I know. Shori, Andy, Boop, tons of people. Anyways, and it's sort of like a mutual thing when you explain this to people, that everyone seems to agree that, yeah, they shouldn't be making everything shittier. They should be making things better. Now, to give you an example of this, stopping power in Call of Duty 4 and World at War was the exact opposite of Juggernaut, right? Like, they would combat each other. They're polar opposites, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? Like, they would do literally the exact opposite thing, and they balanced each other out. Now, in Modern Warfare 2, I think it was, there was no Juggernaut. They got rid of Juggernaut. Oh, I think I said Juggernaut. Whatever. So they got rid of Juggernaut, and that was a problem, because then stopping power became overpowered, and then people complained about stopping power. And so they had to keep working with it. Now we're to this point where there's almost no use for perks. They don't do much other than stop other things from doing things. I know that's a pretty vague idea, but like Flak Jacket, it stops explosive damage. But Flak Jacket was created for Danger Close, I think it was. I don't know, I didn't play much of the Modern Warfare series. I'm not a big fan of Infinity Ward. They're not my type of people. But I do respect them. And, so Flak Jacket's overpowered now in Black Ops 2 because there's nothing to combat having near infinite health from explosives. Like, you do die from explosives here or there, but it's not something that's it's not something that happens often, right? Like, you'll be running around and someone shoot a rocket launcher at you, look at a direct fucking impactor, and guy's like, you were saying? And then you just fucking kill them. Like, it's no problem, because they have to switch weapons, and by then, they're fucking dead. Now, I'm not saying that they should go back to the way it was in Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 1, whatever. I'm just saying, I think they should go with a clean slate. Like, Black Ops 2 was an amazing step in the right direction. With the choose 10 or pick 10, whatever the fuck they called it in Create a Class. But then they took another step backwards with making everything that was considered quote-unquote overpowered in the other Call of Duties and turned them into attachments to make them seem less overpowered. Now, that might not seem less overpowered to some people, but it might seem a bit overpowered to some people, right? Like, it's not a problem to me. I think it's an excellent idea to have lots of attachments that do tons of different things, but I think that we should still have the perks to be able to do it too. We're nerfing everything to make it balanced, and not overpowering everything to make it balanced. And like I said before, that's the way we should be going. I think we should bring back Juggernaut, stopping power, and all that, because I don't think a lot of people notice this, but all the things that people complained about with overpowered, other than, I guess, Juggernaut, is now a fucking it's an attachment. If you look at Long Barrel increases range and accuracy, I think it is, which is basically stopping power. A lot of people might not agree with me, right? Because they're like, oh, no, that's just penetration and damage and all that. But no, stopping power actually is just Long Barrel, because you do more damage at a longer range. Fast mag is just sleight of hand, and so on and so forth. Like, they kind of got rid of the idea of perks being useful, and there's a lot of people I know that play Black Ops 2 with only a single, maybe 2 perks, if that, because they find most of the perks just downright useless. Me, personally, I sometimes rock 1 or 2 extra perks, but that's only on the classes that I'm trying to go further in that gun for. Like an LMG, I would not have a secondary and have more perks like Scavenger and stuff like that. And just the idea of not having perks, it bothers me, because that was a Call of Duty staple, and now we're leading into like the Battlefield, which I think we should stray far from. Don't get me wrong, I love Battlefield. I'm a massive Battlefield fan, and I always have been. But I think Call of Duty should be its own thing, and a lot of people agree with me on that. That it shouldn't be Battlefield. I think we should bring back fantastic perks, but then have something to combat it and make it balanced. Like, one-man army was a serious problem in Modern Warfare 2, and I don't think I'd want that back. But if they had a way to balance it, I wouldn't mind too much. Like, I don't know, you're able to change your class once a life or something. Like, I don't know, I'm just spouting shit right now, but I think it would be a fantastic idea just to scrap what we have for Black Ops 2. Like, perks-wise, I think most of the perks are pretty fucking useless. Like, get rid of all the ones that are just fucking nobody uses because they're useless, or people use too much because they just shouldn't be there, right? Like I said before, Flak Jacket. If we're not gonna have Danger Close, we shouldn't have Flak Jacket, because that was the whole point of Flak Jacket being in fucking Call of Duties, was Danger Close. Now, all in all, don't get me wrong, I might have had a few things wrong here, like Flak Jacket was in Black Ops 1, but Danger Close wasn't, but it might have been in Modern Warfare 2. I'm not entirely sure, but as it stands right now, most perks are useless other than 1 or 2 in a class, and they should be. They should be cut from the game, or make other perks more powerful. I know I keep saying this over and over and over again. I'm just trying to drill my point into your guys' heads. Anyways, I guess that's it. Thank you for listening, guys. Your friend Will declares, don't be a dick.